have spent a ton of money to get Trek all the way to the actual White House. He's there right now as we speak. We're going to go inside. We're going to do an actual ghost hunt inside the
Well,
White House.
wait. So there are complications.
What?
First and foremost, I can't go into White House. I can't even film it right now. Because, well, remember those permits I said we needed? That you said,
permit schmermit, but it's what's a permit?
Well, it's permission written, which is useful. But on the plus side, dude, have I got a story for you?
I hope you have a story. I just spent a lot of money to send you there.
Yeah. Well, what are we? We are here to discuss Ghosts of the White House.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured we did one for Canada. Let's do one for the States. I wanted to narrow it down a little bit. Because, Ghost House still has a lot. The Ghost House. The White House still has a lot of ghosts. Like,
yes, it does.
But in my own humble opinion, to me, it seems to have started with good old Mary Todd Lincoln.
Why? What did she do?
Well, she had quite the life. Besides being the wife of Abraham Lincoln, First Lady. I'm going to be doing that a lot. I just want to go through her life and her tragedies just a little tiny bit first. Because, like I said, I think she's the one that started the whole. What I keep on calling it the Ghost House. It's the White House with ghosts. So her mother died when she was 6. She had 4 sons, with one surviving to adulthood. Robert Todd Lincoln, good for you. Eddie died of tuberculosis. Willie died of typhoid fever. Now, after Willie died, is when she started taking up some spiritualism, which wasn't as laughable back then as it is nowadays.
Well, yeah, no, during the latter half of the 19th century, it was all the craze. Like, they were saying stats of well, it was like 8 million people believed in it in the United States in the latter half of the 19th century, which is a lot more people than it sounds like.
It was making pog money.
Pog money.
Pog money.
Yeah. So, anyways, yes. Please continue.
But yeah, she took that up after she met the Lorries, a group of mediums. And she actually started doing seances right in the White House. I guess old Abraham Lincoln attended a couple.
Well, I mean, he did love his Mary Todd.
Probably wondered why he married a whack job. But yeah, everything I've read is always seances and trying to get a hold of Willie.
Mm-hmm.
What about Eddie? Guess who had a favorite son?
Mm-hmm.
She was actually convinced. But opening up the door to the spirit realm. But she was absolutely convinced that Willie contacted her every night. In the wait, I screwed up my notes. My apologies. She had seances in the Red Room of the White House. She was convinced that Willie contacted her during a seance and visited her every night. There we go. And was sometimes bringing Eddie.
Well, clearly, Eddie wasn't Willie's favorite brother.
I know, right?
He only brought him sometimes.
And I have just a quick note here. The fourth son, Thomas, died at the age of 18. So I'm
Yeah,
starting to
yeah.
see a hierarchy of favorites here. Not much on old Thomas.
Yeah.
Eddie would accomplish or accompany occasionally, but Willie was the boy.
Hmm. Okay, so
But
from what I read, it turned. Oh, you have more?
I just
Mary
have
Todd?
one more thing about her life.
Okay.
Her living son, out of the four, had her institutionalized, but because of huge public disapproval, she was released into the care of her sister.
Yeah, yeah. That one surprised me. Um, well, she came from a very wealthy and very Protestant background, born in Kentucky in the early 1800s. So I'm sure she had somebody she could go to. However, from what I read there, Abigail Adams actually had seances in the thing too.
Yeah. Now
And
there is some confusion here because both Mary Todd Lincoln and Abigail Adams, both their ghosts can nowadays be seen with laundry. But the unique thing about Abigail Adams' ghost is that the smell of fresh laundry and clean linen will accompany her.
yes, but apparently she also did seances in the White House too, which she would
Just
have done that soon, way earlier.
I don't know my presidents in order. Was
Yeah, no,
Adams
Abigail
before?
was. Yeah, Abigail was 1812ish. She was the second president's wife, and Mary Todd was
1812, you
about
say, eh?
50 years later.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
actually,
my.
actually, yes, Abigail was was credited with the woman who saved the painting of George Washington when the British were coming to burn down the White House.
Right. When us
Yes.
pre-Canadians whooped your ass.
I mean, you would okay. You burnt down a house, and then we're still an independent country.
Yeah, you
It's
be the United.
America. They rebuild everything.
If we wanted to, you guys would have been known as the United States of Canada right now, eh? You'd all have free health care and bacon and pot.
Yeah,
Bushels and bushels of pot.
I mean, the United States already has all of that, well, except for the healthcare. The rest of
Yeah.
it they have, and we have better bacon too. So not that crappy Canadian bacon, which is just ham.
Yeah, it's called Canadian bacon, but yeah, that's not bacon. It's literally sliced ham.
Yeah, I know. I will die on that hill.
Hackwees. Oh, I'm dying.
Yes. Okay, so
But do
beyond.
oh go on.
Okay, so Abigail and Mary Todd both did seances. They were both sad and grieving widow. Well, not widows, but sad and grieving for family and stuff. And but you see, that doesn't even get into the actual ghost sightings yet. Let's get into some ghosts.
Oh, well, like I mentioned, both of them, Mary Todd Lincoln and Abigail Adams, can be seen with laundry. You know, I that's got to be great. You know, but what's interesting about Abigail Adams was she was an early advocate of women's rights, and now her punishment is to do laundry forever.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so
you mentioned the War of 1812. There's
yes.
can often be seen one of the British soldiers in the White House. Now, this is suspected to be the ghost of the soldier who actually lit the fire.
Okay.
No name, no nothing, just he can be seen
As it
wandering
should
around
be.
on occasion. But
Okay.
you want to talk about Anna Surratt? Surratt.
Oh, I saw that one somewhere. Yes. Okay. Oh, yes, yes. Uh, convicted for obviously 1865. Lincoln was killed. John Wilkes Booth. Blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
He had co-conspirators that were convicted and hung as well.
You see, yeah, Anna Surratt was the daughter of Mary Surratt. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Mary owned a boarding house frequented by John Wilkes Booth, was convicted of conspiracy in the Lincoln assassination, and the first woman ever executed by the federal government.
Yes.
Now, it's a little bit out of the White House, but her ghost can actually be seen on the second floor of her former boarding house.
Mm-hmm.
And, of
Uh,
course, dear old Anna. Yeah, she would be begging for a pardon, not believing part of the conspiracy, blah 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 blah,
yeah.
and all that stuff.
Apparently knocking at the front door, begging for her mother's life.
Uh-huh. And guess what she does nowadays?
What?
Bangs on the front door begging for her mother's life.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, her ghost can often be heard banging on the doors, asking Andrew Johnson for a pardon for her mother. And I hate to tell you this, Anna. You're a little late.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's one of those cosmic things where she spends enough time as a ghost begging for it, in another reality it'll be fixed.
Are we talking multiverse? Blah blah blah. Wow, I'm with it
We
today.
we
Spring
could be
cold.
talking multiverse. Wasn't really thinking multiverse in general, though. I was just thinking cosmically. Uh, okay, so want to talk about those pretty roses?
Yes, the White House Rose Garden.
Yes, yes. Um, the White House Rose Garden is a long storied history. There's been peace agreements signed there, all kinds of cool things. Um, it was initially the brainchild of President James Madison's wife, Dolly Madison, and
Which to
she
me sounds like
loved her
a
roses.
but yeah, Dolly Madison sounds like, like the Ashley Madison knockoff site.
Okay, okay, yeah. I was thinking more Dolly Parton personally, but sure, because that's the only other Dolly I know of.
Dolly the sheep.
Um, what?
Dolly the sheep. The first cloned animal.
There. Yeah. So
And go
oh, go ahead.
I just was saying, come on, who doesn't think about Dolly Parton? Especially when you're alone. Don't have dirty
Okay.
thoughts. She's a saint.
She is. She gives free books to the needy children.
Welcome to the Dolly Parton
Still.
appreciation stream, where we're gonna be.
Well, no, she wants everybody educated. She'll give out free. You can sign up and get free books for your kids until they're like so many years old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Anyways, back to Dolly Madison and her rose garden. She was a lover of roses. She made her rose garden, and it became a fixture of the White House. So much so that when Edith Wilson, Woodrow Wilson's wife, said, "Hey, I want to move this," she ordered a couple of workers to the White House to do so. They went out to a rose garden, and Dolly showed up and said, "No, no," from beyond the grave. It was enough to spook the workers enough that they said, "No, we're not doing this," and
Yep.
eventually it just stayed where it was.
Yeah, we're
But yeah.
wasn't there some controversy about the Rose Garden underneath Dump's administration?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure he wanted to move it too. Who
Yeah.
knows? Or maybe he wanted to tear it out completely.
Yeah.
I cannot remember.
There was something about it.
However,
Don't
yeah.
touch the rose
However,
garden.
yes. I mean, yeah, and Dolly was right to make sure that it wasn't moved because I mean we've had historic agreements signed there. They've had peace treaties. They've had so many public functions. It's an integral part of American history at this point.
Yep.
Um, yes. However, and not only is it an integral part of American history, there are ghosts seen in that garden all the time.
Dolly, of course. Who else?
Yes. Good old Honest Abe walks around with a very sad face. People say that he seems sad in the garden. From my understanding, he seemed pretty sad most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't exactly seem like I don't know, like a humorous person.
Oh, he was very humorous, but it was very brief.
Well,
It
I
was
should
brief,
say
short lived.
I do have one story about his afterlife for it, which is pretty humorous. So
Oh, yes, I'm sure I know what you're talking about.
yeah, but we'll get to him near the end.
Yeah, so Honest Abe's been seen there. Supposedly Andrew Jackson's been seen there too, but I couldn't find much more than one reference of it. So I don't know how much more about that.
How about old David Burns?
David Burns.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Well, he's the guy that actually sold the land to the government where the White House rests today. Now,
Okay.
now here's the thing. He can be heard in the Oval Office. Maybe he's just like, hey, it's my land. I get to be
Yeah.
president of my land.
Or no secrets kept from me.
But he can, yeah, no kidding. But yeah, he can often be heard saying, I'm Mr. Burns.
Hmm.
That's about it for him. That's Mr. Burns. To know no button in his office in the Oval Office that releases the hounds or anything. So yeah.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
live.
No Simpsons reference when I hear one.
Should we talk about the thing?
Yes. I have it in my papers somewheres, but yes, I'm. Seems like you have a much better handle on them. Go for them.
Not really.
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm looking at my notes. I got lazy on my notes, so I actually took. Where is it now? There it is. Okay, during President Taft's administration, the
Yep.
thing apparently is the spirit of a 15-year-old boy. Um,
Yep.
Marsh, Helen Taft's personal maid, is the only one to see it. She describes him as a young boy, light unkempt hair, and sad blue eyes.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
She was not the only one to feel him though.
No. It would often be like somebody looking over your shoulder, trying to see what you're doing, kind of deal. You'd feel kind of
Like
that pressure. We have
yeah,
to talk
Taft's head of military felt him. Didn't like it.
Archibald Butt.
Yes.
He wrote to his sister. The ghost, it seems, is a young boy, about 14 or 15 years old. They say that the first knowledge one has of the presence of the thing is a slight pressure on the shoulder, as if someone were leaning over your shoulder to see what you might be doing. Now, President Taft didn't really like this too much.
No. In fact, he told the general to tell all the aides that if anybody ever mentioned it again, they'd be fired immediately.
Yep. Of course, he was worried about how it would look, like, ooh, crazy ghost.
Yeah, and I suspect he probably didn't really believe in it anyways.
And but here's the thing about old Archibald Butt. It can't be pronounced Butt, right? It must be Butte.
Butte. Yeah. Buttes probably.
Butte is
But
usually with an E
maybe.
on the end. But is but.
Yeah.
But he actually he but actually how but launched an investigation and trying to discover more about the thing. He was a legitimate ghost hunter in the White House.
Okay, so Taft telling them to shut them up or else you're fired makes more sense now.
Uh-huh. But yeah, that's I gotta say it's pretty awesome that there was a ghost hunter at the White House.
Yeah.
He got his gear on and buckled up and proton pack and butt on his name tag.
Okay. I do have a correction to make.
Alrighty.
It what? See here, or Dolly Madison was the one who rescued the painting, not Abigail Adams.
Oh, isn't that what?
I know. I thought I said Abigail Adams the first time, but I know Abigail had
But
seances in there, and Dolly Madison had the Rose Garden.
yeah, I think you're right. I think he did accidentally say Abigail Adams, but hey, it happens. We make mistakes here.
Yeah, and hence I corrected it when I figured it out after re-going over notes.
But yeah, I flew through my notes here, except for the big ghost.
Literally, the tallest, probably the tallest ghost, as he was reported to be about 6'3", 6'4" in real life in the mid 1800s.
Do you have anybody else besides Lincoln?
Uh, Nothing super. Most of the stuff we've already kind of grazed over, so we're good, I think.
Shorter episode today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe how quickly I just flew through all my notes. Usually this is like entire episode.
Okay. I mean, I can add some extra miscellaneous like one-liners afterwards. So hit Lincoln.
Nah, let's do the one-liners first. We'll save Lincoln for last.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's see here. Confirmed ghost sightings. Willie Lincoln saw a lot. Died in White House. Seen by staff members. Andrew Jackson likes to lay in his bed in the Queen's bedroom, aka the Rose Room. And apparently likes to laugh really like deeply too.
Who was he? Seth
Yeah.
Rogen? I can't do my Seth Rogen laugh all of a sudden. What the hell?
Yeah. It says it will literal words are guttural laugh. So and apparently he did not like Mary Lincoln because he would stomp and swear around her. Thomas
Hold on, I'm
Thomas
turning into a
Jefferson.
ghost myself. Whew.
Yeah. Thomas Jefferson likes to play his violin in the yellow oval room.
Right, I was
See
going to make
here.
notes on that one. Dang
Yeah.
it.
John Tyler haunts the blue room. Oh, apparently he proposes to his second wife, Julia Gardner, in there eternally. Maybe he went to hell.
Aww.
William Henry Harrison haunts the attic. Apparently, he was the first president to die in the White House.
Right, could you imagine being the first president to die in the White House and you get stuffed into the attic?
You know, I mean, what, he was only in the White House for like a month?
Yeah, it was like 6 weeks or something like that. But like,
Yeah, he caught it pneumonia on his inauguration day.
but it's just like President Lincoln gets to roam wherever, and all these other presidents. Meantime, you're just stuck in the attic next to like like one of those old mannequin things, and like nude
Yeah.
pictures
The
of Lincoln's wife. What? Mary Todd Lincoln.
oh gosh, of all the first ladies, that would not be my pick.
Blue Lady Bird Johnson. Yeah.
Heck, even the paintings of Abigail Adams look better.
I think everybody would definitely be picking Michelle Obama because good for you, President Obama. Good for you.
Okay. Only the non-Republicans would be picking her in America. Apparently, there's a rumor of the Republicans that she's a man.
I'd still pick her.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's one of their like die-hard things. Like he's been out of office for like 12 years now, and they're still like, it's a man. Like, okay,
I don't
if
care.
that's
That
the hill
man
you
is
want to
hot.
die on, or Jackie Onassis would be another good choice.
Hillary Clinton's got some
Yes.
fierceness to her.
I've had nightmares about her, so I'll pass there. I no, I'm not even joking. I had a nightmare about her in like 2008, and I'm like, hell no.
Sexual nightmare?
No, she basically turned into some
Ah,
giant monster to try to kill me.
I
Just
tap that.
weird.
anyway, keep going.
Oh, that's it for one liner.
Like I said, a shorter episode today. All good though. All good, no worries. But yeah, I've got to get to the big guy.
Yes.
Of course, got to talk about Abraham Lincoln, who lived a long, according to my Canadian history, who lived a long and prosperous life and freed the slaves for absolutely no gain and no ulterior motive or nothing.
Okay, so none of that is accurate in any way, shape, or form. He did not live a long life. He wasn't particularly prosperous. There was definitely an ulterior motive. So yeah, I mean, none of that's accurate. Hooray for the Canadian system.
Well, he definitely invented Lincoln Logs, though, right? That's a fact.
Sure, he was born in a log cabin, if that helps.
No, our Canadian history classes suck because we literally know more about American history than we do about our own Canadian history.
That's because there's like 10 of you up there. What are they going to teach? Like the history of your dad?
Yeah, my grandpa at least.
Fair.
He had a cool life. Yeah, old Lincoln.
Okay, so yes, Lincoln.
Assassinated, of course. Not a fan of the theater.
Well, the problem was he was a fan in the theater.
Not anymore.
Yeah. If he hadn't been a fan of the theater, he might still have lived a little longer.
But yeah, his ghost is seen all around the White House. He gets free roam. First Lady Grace Coolidge would often see him in the window of his former office.
Yep. See here, good old Ronnie's dog hated Lincoln's ghost.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan's dog.
Rex.
Yeah, his ghost can often be seen in, of course, the Lincoln bedroom.
I wonder why it's called that.
I don't know, was it like his
Anyway.
actual bedroom? Like that would make sense to me.
Okay, I was being a little sarcastic there, but yes.
But yeah, quite often Lincoln can, in the dead of night, when you're sleeping, you wake up, you roll over, and there's Lincoln staring at you, just to fade away into a mist.
Yeah. He. See, this is why I say he had a sense of humor, because he's quite dramatic as a ghost, but it's all in good fun.
But it's still like, hello, President Pervert. Thank you for watching me sleep.
Well, he's probably like, "You're my bed. Get up."
Yeah, it's probably a Trump mattress too. That's why he keeps going back. He's just like, get that piece of shit out of the White House. Oh, wait, you guys already did?
He's whole different discussion. We'll have another time after the stream is over. Please continue.
But yeah, his dog would stand outside of it. The dog had no problem going anywhere else in the White House.
We're talking about Ronnie Reagan's.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan's dog. And yeah,
I do not see a jaded drag queen. Sorry, I do not see a jaded drag queen.
Oh, neither do I. I don't see a Noko at all. Who will be streaming with me later tonight in Dreamlight.
Please tell me more about Rex.
But yeah, had no problem going through the rest of the White House. But when it came to the Lincoln bedroom, would stand at the door and bark. Would not go in there.
Incessantly. Very angry about it.
Huh? Of course,
so I want either good old Nancy. Please.
No, go ahead.
So my theory here is either good old Nancy was having her boyfriend meet her in the Lincoln bedroom, and Rex knew about it, or Lincoln's ghost was in there. One of the two.
Rex is just like, I saw things in there, things that squished.
When Nancy said yes instead of just say no.
Apparently, I don't know how sex works because this is me pantomiming sex.
Well,
you just mash bits together.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong.
Technically. We got to talk about Winston Churchill.
Yes, we do.
Because Winston Churchill, who now he comes out of the bath, buck ass naked,
smoking a
cigar.
Except for
he's smoking a cigar.
Yes.
This story has put Churchill into one of my most top 10 of most manliest men on the face of the planet. I'm going to have a bath. Oh.
The thing is, that was his normal routine. Have a nice late bath, to drink, smoke a cigar, and drink scotch, and relax. That was Winston Churchill.
Like, Churchill was manly before, but now it's just like, fuck you, Paul Bunyan, you're out of the top 10. But anyway, he goes over to the fireplace, buck ass naked, and who does he see there?
Good old Abe.
You betcha, honest Abe.
Nice.
To what she says.
Would you like to say it? Yes.
I do. Good evening, Mr. President. You seem to have me at a disadvantage.
I love that line. Yeah, okay. Big old Winston Churchill stogie in his mouth. Casually sees the dead president dead for the last 80 to 100 years. You seem to have me at a disadvantage. Don't look down.
Are you kidding me? Lincoln did this. Nice. And then faded away.
It did say that Lincoln smiled softly and started to laugh.
Really? I never read that anywhere.
It's he smiled softly as if laughing and disappeared.
Was he laughing because of Churchill's response, or was he laughing just because, Lincoln's got a Lincoln log in the pants?
To be fair, it doesn't specify, so I'm going to assume that it's because of I don't know. I like Churchill too much to say it's because of Churchill's manhood. So yes, it was because of Churchill being witty.
Well, when you got a 10-incher and the other penis that you're looking at is only a 9-incher, of course you're gonna still laugh even at a 9-incher.
Yeah.
Actually, I skipped over one of my notes here, but we'll finish up with Lincoln.
Well, we have a bunch more we can do with Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
Like Queen Wilhelma of the Netherlands saw him. 1942, she was in the White House, and just outside of her bedroom, she heard footsteps, heard a knock at the door.
Oh, right.
Yeah, went to see, and she saw Lincoln in a frock coat with his top hat standing in front of her, all dressed up to the nines, like he's ready to go out to the theater. She, of course, knew that Lincoln going to the theater was a bad idea, so she promptly fainted.
Yep.
100 years too late. Well, 87 years too late. Still. Yes. Okay, you want to do more of Lincoln sightings?
Yeah, I got one more story about Lincoln, so
Okay. Let's see.
you can sound off.
Okay. Let's hear the next one.
All right. So supposedly, Lincoln nowadays he returns whenever the country is in peril. He'll walk the second floor hallway and rap on doors and windows. And according to sources, during Trump's presidential reign, it wasn't fucking quiet in that White House once. It was constantly walking up and down the hallway, bang, 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 bang. All of a sudden, Trump got voted out and it stopped. Weird, eh?
Sure.
But no,
That's an interesting one. I
supposedly,
hadn't heard that one.
yeah, he just returns whenever the country is going to be in peril or there's something coming up. He just walks the second floor hallway and we'll rap because he's a gangster.
Yes. Let's see here. Let's see here. Teddy Roosevelt's daughter, Maureen Reagan, and her husband, Dennis C. Revel, seem to have seen Lincoln on multiple occasions. Apparently, at one time, they're mixing up presidents in these notes. Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah. Teddy and his daughter saw Lincoln, as did her husband. Then the other Roosevelt, FDR, also his administration saw them all the time, Lincoln all the time, which would make sense because the country was in peril. That was World War II and the Great Depression. Apparently, his personal valet ran screaming out of the White House one time after seeing Lincoln.
All right, I read that and I wrote it down. I'm an idiot.
And Eleanor Roosevelt never admitted to it, but I guess privately she said that she felt him throughout the White House. She's like, I never saw him, but I did feel a little weird.
Yeah, I never liked the ghost stories where it's just like I felt a presence, I felt weird. You know.
To be honest, I'm assuming that she did see him, but she's not going to admit it. Either she didn't want to feel left out because everybody else in that house was seeing Lincoln, so she had to too. At least feel him.
She wanted to be cool.
Yeah. So here, yeah, apparently a bunch of press secretaries have, especially Eisenhower's, and even Lady Bird Johnson's press secretary. Yeah. See here. Oh, Margaret Truman saw him, especially the knocking on doors. Apparently.
Yeah, he likes to do that. Apparently.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knocking on White House doors. Aye.
That's all I got for at the White House for Lincoln. Okay, so I think I'm officially out as well.
Yeah, I accidentally, because once again I got lazy, instead of putting the entire quote down, I just screen captured it. Because I usually write this stuff out, but I don't know why I was just lazy with my notes here. We're going to talk about Harry S. Truman.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not funny. It's his
Yes, it
real
is.
name. It's just okay. Yes, it is.
Okay, so one night he apparently in the White House by himself, but not by himself, but like Secret Service and all that there. And he got a little spooked, so he wrote Margie a letter. I jumped up and put on my bathrobe, opened the door, and no one there. Went out and looked up and down the hall, looked in your room, and Margie's still no one. Went back to bed after locking the doors, and there were footsteps in your room whose door I'd left open. Jumped and looked, and no one there. The damn place is haunted, sure as shooting. Secret Service said not
Ooh,
even a watchman was up here at that hour.
ooh, sure, shooting. That's some strong language right there.
Well, that's just it. Because of that, I don't know if it's he was legitimately scared or if he's just goofing.
Okay, okay. A little
Because I know,
context here. Oh, go
because
ahead.
I know, like sure shooting was like an acceptable term, but like my grandpa used it as well. But it would always
Yeah,
be
well,
like a joke, kind of like sure shooting that bear had to be 20 feet tall, or always an exaggeration.
you have to figure Harry Truman was from a different generation. Sure, shooting was probably more acceptable than say, "Holy fucking shit, man."
Sure shit.
Yeah, it was a generationally correct term for him to use. So I believe it.
I don't know. I think he might be goofing. Because, like I said, once again, sure shooting. My grandpa always used as a kind of an emphasis on an exaggeration.
Mhm.
Yeah, bull kicked me in the leg. It hurt as hell. Sure shooting. And welcome to the stream where I talk about my grandpa for the next hour. No, I think that about wraps us up. What do you think?
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah, I don't know why I flew through my notes so fast today. That's
Well, to be
weird.
honest, this isn't out of our normal range. This is
Ah,
the front end of it. We're 40 minutes in.
yeah, yeah. But guess what I have?
Um, I'm not going to say it on stream because it would probably get us demonetized.
What, my crippling alcoholism?
No, no, no.
We
It's
are
like
demonetized no matter what we do.
yeah. Well, we were never monetized.
Yeah. And even if we get to that level, guess what? We're demonetized. But guess what I have?
Yeah. What?
I have a hat.
Oh no.
Inside this hat is where we keep all of our ideas for upcoming episodes. If you want to see us cover a specific topic, comment it below. And if we like the idea, we'll add it to the hat. We draw out things randomly, even though this one isn't so random because it's the last one. We have to come up with some more to put in the hat.
Okay.
So I wonder what it could be. But yeah, if we draw your idea, we will give you credit on it. That's right. You get a shout out for giving us an idea episode. What a trade off. I don't know why I'm shaking it up. There's only the one in here.
Dramatic effect.
Ooh, what could it be? Do you remember?
No.
Because it's a weird one, and it was yours.
Most of mine are weird. That's the stuff I like.
Suspense. I'm building suspense. There, suspense built.
Okay.
No, this one's definitely even weirder than usual. Owls and aliens?
Oh, nice. Yes. Sweet. This one will be fun.
So in 2 weeks' time, as long as everything goes according to plan, we will be discussing owls and aliens.
Yes. Okay. That's loaded up. I'm prepared to research on it.
Who are the aliens? Who?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I
by the way.
laugh.
Oh no, go ahead.
I laugh because you're closer than you think.
Hmm? I can't wait to research this one. But anyway, I forgot to mention the plane ticket I paid for you to get to Washington wasn't round trip, so you're kind of stuck there, bud. Sorry, I ran out of money.
At least it's warmer here in Maine, so.
All right, thank you all very much for joining us tonight, and we shall see you all in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, have a
Cheers.
good one, guys. Cheers.